That's what we're talking about today on Office Hours. I'm Nicole Weeks. I write Human and AI, a weekly AI newsletter that teaches you about how AI is changing our world very quickly. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about AI safety as it relates to you. Sometimes we talk about AI safety in the broader context. I wrote about Mythos, which is a new model from Anthropic that came out a little while ago that has been making a splash in the AI world. But today I want to talk about something a little bit closer to home, and that's AI scams. So, like I said, voice cloning, uh, it's very, very good these days. 2 years ago, you would need hours of recorded audio to train an AI model, but that barrier is now gone. The tools now are free or cheap, widely available to anyone, and they need almost nothing from you to work. The AI can learn your pitch, your rhythm, your accent, the way you laugh, and then it generates brand new sentences in your voice. Things that you never said in a voice that sounds exactly like you said them. So we've seen this with people calling parents and using the kid's voice to sound distressed, people calling grandparents. And I guarantee you, if I got a phone call and it sounded like my kid and they were like, "Mommy, I need you right now," I would probably freak out. So I don't think that you have to be savvy or smart. Uh, I don't think if you are savvy or smart, you're not susceptible to being scammed. So today we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about what you can do in your family, whether it's with your kids, your partner, your friends, your family, older adults who are disproportionately targeted. Uh, like this applies to everybody. So the person that these scammers are going to impersonate, it's probably not the person that's being scammed, right? So it's someone that the person loves. So think about your teen kid on TikTok, and they're making videos. This video right now that I'm making could be training an AI. So I have to make sure that my family knows that there are ways that they could be scammed. So I'm going to give you 5 things you can do. They're all free. They'll all work today for you. Implement them today. And most of them take less than 5 minutes. So it's the thing about this is it's not hard for you to do something about it. It's just more being aware of the fact that this is happening and this is a threat. Okay, so first thing, I've done this. I know other people who have done this. This is one of the great things that you can do that it's not technical at all. Family code word. So you create a family word. It's not like a pet's name or a birthday. And then if anyone in your family ever gets a distress call from another family member, the first thing to do is say, "Okay, what's the code word?" So if my kid calls me and says, "Mommy, I need help, like come and get me right away," I'm like, "Okay, honey, what's the code word?" And then, if they don't know the code word, I mean, it could be tricky if you have small kids or someone who forgets. But if you constantly repeat it and train your family, then that should be very helpful. Number 2, someone calls you asking for something. You say, "Okay, I'm going to call you right back. Give me the number," or don't give me the number. Call them back on the number that you already have for them, not the number they called from, and not a number they give you. Sorry. So let's make sure that I correct what I said when I said give me the number, not the number they give you. So a real emergency could wait a few seconds for you to call back. A scam, it's really difficult to survive the callback. So, the other thing, and this is going to be tough because this is what scammers are banking on. Urgency is a red flag. Scammers need you to act before you think. That's the whole model. Don't tell anyone, send the money now, don't call mom. These are things that, grandparents have been targeted with. Like, oh, I'm in trouble. Don't tell my mom. Like, I need the money right now. Can you go to the store and get it right now? Or like, go to the ATM. Like, this is really important. Usually that's not going to be a concern. So take a deep breath, have a moment, think about what is happening, and really assess the situation, especially if there's a lot of pressure or urgency. 4, if there is a real emergency happening in your life, you probably can't fix it with gift cards or crypto. So, this one's really simple. Police will not ask you for an e-transfer. Lawyers don't accept gift cards. Hospitals don't take Bitcoin. If the proposed solution involves prepaid cards, wire transfers, or crypto, it's a scam. Full stop. Universal rule. 5, this one's it takes a little bit longer, but do a voice audit on your family. So search on Google, search your name, search your kids' names, look at what's publicly accessible, like look what's out there in the world. It could be your voicemail, it could be social media videos, it could be a YouTube video just like this, it could be appearing on a podcast. Every piece of audio that's public is potential cloning material. So my stuff is already out there. That cat is out of the bag. But one of the things that I'm really careful about these days is I don't really put pictures of my kids online. I don't really put a lot of videos of them. I don't put videos of them at all actually online because it's gotten to the point now where I just don't want them being tracked and their image being tracked and their voice. For me, I'm an adult and I can make that decision for myself. But for my kids, I'd rather keep them off the internet as long as possible. And then also beware of memes and trends that are happening on TikTok or other social media platforms. So recently there was one where it was a bunch of women saying, "Mom, what were you like in the 90s?" And then they would put pictures of themselves in the 90s and they would have a video of themselves now. So if you're a celebrity, I saw a lot of celebrities do this. If you're a celebrity, I guess your image is already out there, right? So it's very easy to see someone age if they're aging in public. But if it's me, there are probably no pictures of me publicly available from the 90s. And if I start that meme for myself, I'm training AI models to show how I'm aging. And maybe you don't care if AI models are being trained to show how people age, but maybe you do. So just remember that whenever you put information on the internet, your image, a video of you, a picture, a sound recording, that is training AI. I'm training AI right now making this video. So I'm aware of that though, and I'm okay with it. So, you know, something that I talk a lot about on my newsletter and on videos is that data isn't abstract. It's not a future privacy concern. Your name, your voice, your face, your relationships, your routines. This data is harvestable right now, and it could all be assembled into a convincing impersonation. So just think about that and think about the fact that when you get a call on your phone, even if it looks real, caller ID can be impersonated or spoofed. Photos can be scraped. Voices can be cloned. A lot of times I hear people say, well, who cares? Who am I? Who, like, if someone wants to look at me, then who cares? What do they want with me? I'm not important enough to be targeted. Uh, but I think we're past that. I used to think that too. I'd be like, well, if someone wants to look at me on my webcam, who cares? But at this point, I care because that can be used in all kinds of ways that I don't want it to be used. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're, going about your travels on your social media, and, thinking about your loved ones, and, you know, making sure that you have your privacy settings on your computer set up. You have two-factor authentication set up on your banking apps, and other places where you wouldn't want your information to be public. These things are all things that you can do. I don't want you to leave here feeling afraid of AI. That's not really the point of what I do. AI is in your Netflix. It's in when you're texting, it's in predictive texting. It's everywhere. It's really more about being aware the fact that it is everywhere so that you know. So when you are using different technology, you can be literate. And really, for me, AI literacy means understanding that, the risks, and what's possible. And the best protection goes beyond fear. It's knowing how these things work well enough to spot when something is off. So, set up a code word, do the voice audit, and have a conversation with your family before you need to, not after. And, it's never too early to start talking to your kids about AI. I talk to my kids about AI all the time. AIliteracyguide.com is my website, and you can find a bunch of activities for kids there, a bunch of materials for teachers, and for everyone who wants to learn how to be literate. So, again, this has been Office Hours, and I want to thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week.